the work's interesting, and it's lovely to know that it's been there for such a long time, hatting in Atherstone. And well, it's an institution really. We're used to it. We've always known hatting. You work together for such a long time, you're like a family together.
There were 7 hat factories when I started, you see, in Atherstone. And traditionally, the people who lived near the factories worked at the factories.
You've only got to walk down the town to do any shopping any day, and every day somebody will stop you and they've worked in the hatting, so, and you know of them, or we work with them and they know of you.
You work together for such a long time, you're like a family together, you know. It's a shame when somebody leaves, or especially now the factory's split up. It's horrible, really.
The trouble is with the hatting, it's not knowing what to do in the hatting and how good you can do it. It's knowing what to do with the hats when the things go wrong. That's where the skill comes in, and that's the skill you learn over the years, you see.
The main quantity of wool comes from South Africa or Australia. When it comes to the factory, the bales are opened, it's carded, which goes from the knolls to a fine web. All the elements is the effects on the wool. Frosty weather, damp weather, dry weather, foggy weather. They can change 3 or 4 times in one day. You get the web breaking, which is most annoying.
In the day, when I was set down from left school, it was an official thing to be bound apprentice. So I was bound apprentice, and then we learnt the trade, and then to actually do the jobs what we can do now. A lot of the people who I served my apprenticeship under, there was all time served people and there was all older people. I mean, probably in the 50s and even 60s there were, you know, so there's really good old experienced hands that show you all their tricks, you know, and it's come in handy. It's all done through a trained eye. We've got no computers or anything.
We had about 3 kinds of bumpers. You had settler bumpers, felt bumpers, heavy hammers. It's all knocking your threads closer and closer together, which makes a tighter and tighter, harder felt.
These are Yorkshire stocks, well, and a form of Yorkshire stocks. These machines actually are about, I think the first one we bought was about 65 years ago. It's a very old type of stock.
I was bound apprentice when I was 18, with the dye to carry on, do the dyeing. The dates back that. I mean, our père used to do it, and so did his father as well. And I'm still doing it the same way as Alf used to do it. So it's still carried on traditionally.
Rather different to the old days when we rolled them up into a cloth. Nowadays they're passed through an open machine, again a 19 bank roller. Much smaller and much finer rollers than what we had on the settler machines, but we still get the same action. We get a pressure, relaxation, and then a pressure again as it goes through the various stages. And the water is much hotter, of course, because now the felt is getting fairly firm. Making of the proof, machine goes on and the shellac goes into the mouth of the machine. The shellac comes from a place from India. It is the deposit of an insect on a tree. We like the best white shellac, and it's bleached before it comes to us. That means the discoloration has been taken out of it. And when we're proofing with it, we must make sure we don't give it too much steam because it destroys the colour. We should only have shellac in the hats, and if the acidity of the hoods is correct, then they will set. That means that the shellac won't come out, only water comes out after about 15 or 20 seconds.
And I'll work out a job where it's warm and I generate my own heat and my own speed. So I do it there because I want to, not because I'm made to. I mean, I was in the big shop with the rest of them, but as I said, the heaters run all the time and I couldn't stand the heat. They had me in the office about it, you know, because one day when I got to work, I found I wasn't there. I moved to the other shop.
All the time my granddad was in the hatting, but he used to be what they call a hand finisher then, because there was no machine. So he used to sit in the pub and do them.
If the hoods are big enough, you've got no problem, but when they get small, that's where you've got the problem. You guys pull them down on the wooden block to get the size to go on the block. And sometimes it's very hard. My great-granddad, all, my granddad, all, and my mother, which was Edie Hall, she used to work there, and my sister worked there, and now I'm work there, so that's 4 generations.
This is the thing about it, so you can see an old hatter down the town who we've still got some left in their 80s, and it's just been exactly the same. You're the same level because you've used the same machines as what they used when they were 14, you know, which is marvellous really, so nothing's changed. You can actually tell the quality of a felt hat because you've worked with it all your life.